Hello there, and welcome to the next episode of the Schalke rebuild. Since that last episode, we've only played a couple of games, so we have now hit the winter break. Firstly, we got knocked out in the DFB Pokal 2-1 to Darmstadt. Salazar getting the goal, and Fraser Hornby getting to knock us out. In the league low, it's been pretty good. 2-0 win again over St. Pauli. Nemecha and Balde getting the goals in that one, the 2-0 win. 3-1 win over 1860 München. Nemecha, Freuler and Lacey getting the goals in that one. 2-0 home win against Paderborn. Nemecha and Remnet getting the goals in that one. And then a 2-1 win away at Fortuna Dusseldorf. Just before the winter break, where Freuler and Meyer got the goal. So if we go on match day, we go on the stages, and then we look at the league table. We are top of the league by 3 points, and we have a game in hand over Hertha Berlin. And we have made a signing. Dennis Seaman, he is unregistered, but that is just a visual glitch. Signed him. If I go on recruitment, transfer history, signed him for 16 million. So the fact that it's worth between 30 and 40 already is completely insane. We did sign Schmeichel and Griffiths. Schmeichel just hasn't been that good, and then Griffiths, he's been pretty good, so it's a little bit harsh to drop him, but he is pretty happy with a backup. But to sign a player such as Dennis Seaman while we're still in the second Bundesliga is pretty good. He is one of those keepers who are going to be one of the best keepers in the game. We have a couple loans out, a couple of players that we're not going to use. Diawara, probably the most we're going to use. You've probably heard of. Anyway, into the team. Seaman is in goal. We do have, where is he? Misulu, the top youth player, who is finally 16 and available to be on the bench. He does have an injury. Torn PCL, is out for 2 to 4 weeks, but he is back along with Emil Hoyland, who is back as well. Hopefully, even though he is wanted by Bristol City, he can have some decent performances. So, Ricky J. Jones starts on the left, behind Hoylo with Meyer, Lacey, Gruja, Frullo, Becker, Ihan, Sanchez led, and then Seaman in goal. Josh Griffiths a little bit unlucky to be on the bench. And Dylan Leonard, who is on international duty with Australia. So, in long clicker, we are playing Hertha Berlin and Karlsruhe. Hertha Berlin are second and Karlsruhe are fourth. So if we're going to stick top of the league, we are going to win the next games. I'm kind of surprised how good we have been this season. Just the season preview, I think I had us like 4th or 5th, I can't remember at this point. But the fact that we got this performance, and then the fact that we got Seaman to add to that a bit as well, in the snow in Germany, just the fact that he signed for us. He is on a little bit of a higher wage. I think, I can't see on here. I think it's on about 20-30k, but for a keeper that's going to be so good in the future, and when we get promoted, he's going to be absolutely class for us at some point. His value shows that. Becker to Ricky J. Jones to start us off then, 9 minutes in. Zagruja to Becker, left foot shot blocked. Becker has another shot just over the bar. We've had quite a few goals from our midfielders. I think it's Grujo and Frullo who just seem to get a lot of goals. Right then, Seaman with his first real goal kick for highlights. Short to Ihan, to Gruja, to Frullo, Lacey, Oyland. Tries to knock it through, does win it back though, to Ricky J. Jones. Not the best finisher, does hit the post as well. He does get a lot of chances, but unfortunately, probably a lot of what happened when he was at Peterborough, he just doesn't quite finish them. This was the team that knocked us out of the cup as well, so maybe it's a bit of revenge as well. Hoyland back to Sanchez. Not too bothered about the cup from this point. Maya out to Ricky J. Jones. Come on, boy, use your pace. Or a pass, that'll do. Maya. Jones. Another shot. Oh, talked about his finishing, and that was into the top corner. Couldn't have been a better finish if he tried. 23 minutes in at Ricky J. Jones, completely known for his wasting chances, doesn't waste that chance. Right, a little bit defended for us. Lacey with a almost weird header. Up for their right back, Sergio Lopez. They're playing their 3-4-3, which constantly have struggles against. Sergio Lopez crossing for Corridor, hits the post. Seaman has conceded already. Kylian Corridor gets the goal back. Just before half time then, Sergio Lopez up to Pedrinho. Shot, Seaman, I thought he'd have better handling than that. Jones away, but only back to the Darmstadt players. So Will. Vukutic. We've kind of started well, but Fraser Hornby, I don't know what it is, but he just seems to score against us all the time. 14 goals for the season for him. VAR will check it, but it is a goal for them. Seems like we scored our goal and then that real kicked Darmstadt into position. Becker up to Ihan in our own box. Seaman up to Long. Hoyland is under it, doesn't really jump for it. Killfish for Darmstadt to Arnold. Lacey is trying to track back, doesn't really get there. Corridor has already scored once. Can he score again? Decent save by Seaman, spread himself well. Out for a corner for Darmstadt. Right, Hornby doesn't win that one though. Frullo. What can you do? Apparently Bundesliga quality now, so good start for us. Ihan to Becker, has picked up a little bit of knock. Should be fine though, might be out for a couple of days afterwards. Ricky J. Jones crossing the box and Hoyland has a tap in. Hoyland back in the starting lineup after his bit of a layout and gets his third goal of the season. A little bit quiet from him this season, but I think we'll take it. 83rd minute in, still 2-2. Honestly, a draw isn't the worst result in the world, but if we are willing to win the league, we might have to get 3 points in this one. Jones up to Hoyland. Corridor away, only 2 led to Meyer. Jones to Hoyland, shot from distance. I can't tell if it hits the post or the keeper saved it. Lopez for Darmstadt though. Long ball up to Hornby. Seaman catches that pretty easily. Alright, couple minutes left. Can we get a winner? Ihan to Sanchez. We seem to do this a lot where we just slow the pace down and then just speed it up like this. Lacey, Hoyland out to Ricky J. Jones. Surely he's going to kick that in. He does. Jones to Gruja. Shot from distance. I think the keeper saved that. Decent save by the keeper. Out for a corner. 5 minutes left. So then, full time in this one, Darmstadt to Schalke 2. They did edge it a little bit, but honestly, I think with the formation they play with a 3-4-3, with Fraser Hornby and Darmstadt being our bow team, keeping us top of the league, it's not the worst result in the world. They are 9th as well, which I thought we were playing Hertha. So then, just the one change from the last game. I thought it was a bit better at that. Maybe it's just his out of possession. Nope, this is just playing around a bit. That'll be why. So, Seaman starts in goal, led Sanchez, Ihan, and then Bindier comes in for Becker, who is out for 2 to 4 weeks. Frullo, Gruja, Lacey, Meyer, Jones, and Hoyland. Is Misulu ready yet? No, probably next episode. So then, the second game of the episode is Hertha Berlin, who I thought we were playing first. Looks like I completely forgot we had that Darmstadt fixture. But first against second. Let's see how we get on. Lacey, down around the side, into Frullo. Knocks it in, but Cuisance away. Bindier, up to Gruja. Lacey, Laird. What can Laird do? He's got the pace. Does he have the final ball? Might do. Out to Lacey, out to Gruja. I don't really know what happened. Complete pinball in the box, but Oscar Frullo gets the goal. 7 goals and 5 assists for him this season. At 3 minutes in, the league leaders are 1-0 up. Seven minutes in, it looks like we're on the advantage. Ihan up to Frullo, Gruja, Frullo, Maya. Just look at this short passing. Up to Bindier, already on yellow. Not exactly the greatest sign. Ricky J. Jones to Maya, to Lacey, left foot shot. Second shot over the bar. We now with the ball for Hertha out to Zifuk, Winkler, Schalke. A lot of these names I can't really pronounce. To Schuler, to Lum, outright to Winkler, crossfield ball, and Julius Schalke has a tap in. It just seems to concede a lot of them where they just have tap-ins. I guess our fullback, I guess Binder at left back isn't exactly our strongest option. So then through from you now, Hertha Berlin. Kind of bit of a story from last game. Scored first and then kicked them into gear more than keeping us into gear. Up to Winkler. Can he repeat the same way he scored? Shot deflected off the defender, so Seaman did pretty well to get behind it. Seems like we've got a bit of an issue with Winkler on that right hand side. Seaman up towards Hoyland. Doesn't win the header. Out to that Porter sign. Throw in from Laird then. What can we do with this one? 32 minutes in. Seems like scored the goal and then took off the gas a little bit. Seaman up to Binder. To Ricky J. Jones. To Gruja. Decent possession, but what we're going to do with it? Binder. Ihan. Sanchez. Gruja. Frullo. Can we get something going? Ricky J. Jones is free down the left. It's got space to pass or shoot. Maybe not anymore. Goes down. Referee doesn't think it's a penalty though. Winkler does come forward with it. Ricky J. Jones does have the pace to come and track back, and he does. Gruja to Frullo to Lacey. Does have Hoyland and Ricky J. Jones' options. Jones cross for Hoyland. The keeper might get there. Keeper doesn't get there, but Hoyland's shot is straight at the keeper. And corner. "36 minutes in. Seems like Hertha Berlin are pretty even in this one. Now to Organs. Just that guy. Up forward to Schalke. I don't have to play these every week. To shoot edge of the box. Probably should have done better, but lucky for us it is wide. Alright, Winkler on this right hand side to Defug. Taking on our left back. Probably a smart idea from them, seeing it is a makeshift left back. Back to their goalkeeper though. Dade to Unal. So this guy can't pronounce. Cuisance. Up behind for you now. Cross him, and he really should have done better with that one. That's almost a tap in for the Hertha Berlin player. But it seems like it was a little bit too easy for him. Seaman short to Sanchez. He's now ball playing goalkeeper. We didn't have Griffith or Schmeichel on that, but he is a bit better of a ball player, so not a bad idea. Led up to Lacey, who has been a little bit quiet. Tries to find Maya, but cut out by you now. Forward to Schalke. Ihan puts a foot in. Laird to Lacey. Back to Laird. Does have time and space. There's a couple options in the box. Can he find any? Does find Lacey. Shot. Saved by the keeper over the bar. Seems to be a... don't know why he keeps shooting on his right foot. He is predominantly left footed. Gruja with the corner. Over on the far side though. Ihan wins it. Does it hit hand? I think it's a penalty. I didn't really see what really happened. I thought Ihan was going to head that in, but yellow card for the Hertha Berlin, and Seems like we got a penalty. Højlund is going to pick up the ball. Got a Schalke with the yellow card. Right then, Emil Højlund. Can he put us 2-1 up? From the spot, calm and collected as he steps up. Shoots, and straight down the middle. Keeper dives out the way. Emil Højlund gets his 4th of the season. Maybe now he's back in the team, he can hit double figures. Like he did last season. Right then, Lacey out to Laird. Back to Lacey. Laird. Shot. Decent hit by the keeper. Pumped it out for a corner. 68 minutes in. Looks like we are the better team in this one. We are top of the league and dominating the game pretty well. They did have their shot. That was pretty close in and not really much we can do about it. Ihan, almost the same about how we won the penalty, but this time heads over the bar. Right, couple of minutes left. Can we get the win in this one to keep us top of the league? We still have the game in hand, I believe. I don't believe it is against them. Schuler, can they get an equaliser? Spoil all off. Good play. Seguin up. Not really sure what Steven was doing there. Back in though, Laird up to Sanchez. Looks like we might deal with it as long as Lacey doesn't be suited with this one. Laird goes past his man and then brought down. Looks like it's a free kick for us. Waste a couple more seconds. Only the 5 minutes of extra time to go. Referee's going to have a little word with the Cruisans. Laird with a free kick. Deep in our right back position. 4.5 minutes of extra time. Taking our time with it. Laird up to Frullo. Decent control by him. It was a bit fizzed in at him. Lacey, time to turn. Up to Højlund, who's just wide. Shot. Hits the keeper's leg. Keeper can't do much about it. And there is our insurance goal. 90+1. Emil Højlund gets his second of the goal. Second goal of the game. VR has disallowed the goal. I don't think he was offside. So then, 2-1 win against Hertha Berlin keeps us top of the league. And we've now got a little bit of a gap. 35 points to 42. A 7-point gap. And the game in hand, I believe. But anyway, that is in today's episode. We'll see you for the youth intake next episode. And it looks like from the youth preview, we have a golden generation on our hands. So that is the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys later.